In the ever-evolving world of packaging, one truth remains the same. Riches are in the niches. Packaging resellers, listen up. The secret to success lies in specialization. Specialized packaging, specialized industries, specialized benefits, and I'll explain more in a second. Now, as a packaging reseller, you're not just selling products, you're solving specific problems for your customers. Now, the packaging industry is vast, but those who focus on niche areas can thrive. If you miss out on niche specialization, you risk blending into the overcrowded market. Don't settle for mediocrity. Deep dive into niche markets for financial success. It's so important in this day and age if you really want to make big money in the packaging space. We're full of people, and we call them hot dog salesmen. The hot dog salesmen are everywhere. They're the commodity guys, the stretch wrap guys, the bubble wrap guys, the boxes and banding guys, and they're everywhere. And everything there is about price, cheap, 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 cheap. Now, on the flip side, for those of us that are in the specialized packaging space, when we're there, we can really get enmeshed with the client, become that partner, really become that trusted advisor, and we can find their problem points. Problem points means specialization. Problem points means money, means higher margins. A lot of times the problem areas are, and they come about after you've had several different conversations. Maybe brought in samples, maybe had a Zoom meeting, maybe met them in person, maybe been at a trade show. The important part I'm trying to stress is very rarely is somebody going to say, my hair's on fire. They're going to want to get to know you. They're going to want to know what world you're in. Tell me more about what kind of packaging you do. Tell me more about such and such, and then they're going to start. So let me give you an example. Talking with a guy the other day who's a specialist in the hotel supply world. Everything you see when you walk into a hotel, which, a lot of times people think, what packaging is in a hotel? Well, let me tell you. He basically said, well, tell me what you got. One of those like, yeah, give me a sales pitch. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a pain in the neck. But as it turns out, the more we went back, and it was kind of like, hey, Mike, tell me a little bit more when you say the hotel room and you talk about, are we talking towels or are we talking about what type of packaging? Meaning I'm just asking him some questions. I'm just kind of trying to figure out, can I build a relationship with this guy, or is he just waiting to get off the phone? You see where I'm going? So the more we talked with him, the more comfortable he got, and he started to explain the individual things. For example, all of the kits when you go to a hotel room, nice hotel or medium size, when you forget your toothbrush and toothpaste, whatever. But the point I'm getting at is he sells millions of these tiny pouches that are already preloaded with toothbrushes and toothpaste. Same with the shaving kits. Also, same with their mini bars. And again, I know the Hamptons of the world or the lower scale don't have mini bars anymore, but a lot of his clients have the premium places and they have big mini bars. The point I'm getting at is a ton of stuff in that hotel room. Now, what he also brought out, which I thought, boy, how does this kind of fit into packaging? Those little coasters that are on your nightstand, whether that be for your coffee cup or whether that be for, in the bathroom. Now, you would think, oh, that's a commodity. What his problem is he wants to print those. And he said, look, there's very few places that will print moderate quantities in that respect. And instead of having to sell millions of these things, they want to be able to individually personalize. This is the Hampton Inn at XYZ in Indianapolis, Indiana, or welcome home to your, whatever that is. But a lot of those places, remember, a lot of these hotels are franchises. So my point with all this is the more he started to talk, the more he started to share, then he went off script, if you will, and said, boy, if you can find me somebody for those coasters that look high end, that we can get customized, he goes, I can sell millions of them. And then he proceeded to tell us what his pain point was. You see where I'm going with this? So the first things first is we have to have that conversation to get beyond just quote me something. I hope you like this content. If you want more of it, I put together a specialized packaging alliance, a group of packaging professionals that are in different facets of this industry. We have webinars, we have meetings. The idea is to share information about this great industry of packaging, whether that be on the sales side of things, to the marketing, even to the end users. My point with this is I'd love to have you join us, the Specialized Packaging Alliance. Check out the link below to learn more. So the 3 steps I always tell our reps is, if you want to focus on specialized packaging and you want to make bigger margins, meaning sell steak or lobster versus hot dog, first things first is you can be product focused, meaning look for specialized packaging. If it's product focused, look for specialized products. Look for specialized things that not everybody is going to sell. High temperature, freezer safe, microwavable, sustainable, biodegradable, compostable. These are all those things that a lot of the commodity hot dog guys, they don't know a clue where to even start. So what I'm getting at is you can focus on the product side of things and quickly eliminate half, maybe even more of your competition, because you're getting in to talk to somebody about something specialized you're going to avoid, if you play your cards right, dealing with that commodity clerk, Betty the clerk buyer. Okay, so that's step number 1, product focus. Another is the industry, meaning there are a ton of obscure industries out there. And when they're obscure, that means they have very little or no sales reps, meaning you can focus on the biodegradable world. A lot of people don't even know what that means. A lot of people don't even know what kind of products are available. You can focus on the rubber industry, rubber matting, rubber flooring. And there's very, very obscure but specialized packaging that's used when you make rubber. You can focus on the electronic business. There's a ton of stuff, meaning for anti-stat or really dust-free clean room applications. Those kind of specialty things, there's not a lot of companies that do it. A lot of the people in that space, because I've been there, not printed, but they want them custom packed. For example, when they do a run in an ESD facility, there is a limited amount of stuff that they can control in that clean room. So they not only have packaging, but they're making whatever that product is. Okay, say it's a disc or a PC board. And when they do that, they're going to run, if it's 1,000 or 10,000, whatever, they're going to run that and be done. I mean, like, be done. So it's not like they're going to run a bunch over. What I'm getting at is a lot of times they want exact counts of what they've got. That's how they control how they're doing their work. The point I'm getting at is we can, or there are companies, when you focus on this, that can custom pack into groups of 50 or 20 or whatever it is, that gives them what they want. This is one of those industries that's unique, but it's also one of those value add things that you can do that's going to boost your margins, separate you from the competition, and again, be able to be in that specialized world. When you're in the specialized world, you can get into that space, you can build a relationship much deeper, and then be able to kind of, well, what other problems do you have? And then the final piece I always mention, the 3rd step, is benefit focused. And this is usually the weakest of the 3 because it generally includes price. Now, we all know price is a given. Everybody wants cheaper. Okay, got it. The problem I also have with benefit focused is it's easy for people to lie about. It's easy for somebody to make these promises. We've all been there. Oh yeah, we can get them to you next week. Or, oh yeah, they're in stock. Or, oh, we're the manufacturer. And that's really not true. But you really won't know that until you get down that road. Meaning there's ways to kind of poke it, but benefit focused is a given. I like to add that as in conjunction with the product focused or industry focused. But when you go down that road and you focus on this, if the only thing you're throwing out there is a benefit, you're probably going to lose. But when you focus on the product, something specialized, something they haven't seen before, something that gets them thinking differently, the industry, if you will, of course, that's another way. But if you focus only on the benefit, you're really, really on thin ice. Anyhow, so just remember this. The riches are in the niches. And if you kind of can dig in there, first things first, find somebody who's really the decision maker. Find somebody who really has skin in the game and you'll be able to succeed. I hope this is helpful. Hi, everyone. It's David Baranek. I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you want to see more, here's another video that you can check out, and I hope you enjoy it.